there's a horse that has been such a star over the years, and they're persevering with him, and I can't believe they're still trying to win races with this horse if he hasn't shown enough at home to win more races still. And the horse in question is Yorkhill. He's now been sold and moved to Sandy Thompson in the border country in southern Scotland. Now Sandy is a tremendous trainer, and he's going to be ridden by Grand National winning jockey Ryan Mania. Now Yorkhill has had the one run for the yard. He only joined them 6 weeks ago, and they ran him in the Grade 2 Old Roan Chase at Aintree. Now I sat down last night and I watched that race. It was a terrific race won by Nutswell, and I was watching like a hawk Yorkhill, and I had my race reader head, as I used to be quite a few years ago, and I'm watching this horse who's come down the weights, who looks to be a light of former days, and for the most part he travelled as if the ability is still there, and even though he was towards the rear of the field as they jumped the fourth last, he was no more than 5 or 6 lengths off the lead in a tightly grouped field. But all of a sudden he stopped, and he stopped to nothing and dropped away. Now that's normally the sign of a horse choking or having a breathing difficulty, and so it's no surprise for me to see that Connections have put the tongue tie on for the first time. Now he's gone up £6 for that, but he's still rated only 120, and my feeling is this horse could easily be ahead of the handicapper. And to be honest, I think he might have been laid out for this race, and as I've mentioned, Thomas Mullins knows how to win it, and there is one standout price. Only one firm has gone up early on this race. It might turn out that he goes bigger, but for me the offer of 12 to 1 each way from William Hills for 5 places, note, not 4, 5 places, I think that's very interesting. 12 to 1 each way, BARNAVADDAUN. He is still a rattling good horse, is Frodon, and he's run some very good races in the past, first time out after his summer break. And it's very significant to me that he's running in a handicap chase here, a non-graded handicap chase for the first time in his life. He has run in handicaps before, but they've always been graded handicaps, and then since then he's been running in the high class Grade 2 and Grade 1 races. So this really is a drop in class for him, and I think he's going to make it count. And remember that last year in this very race, Addeybb failed by only 3/4 of a length to beat Magical, and he's rated a much higher horse now. He's a better horse. After Ascot last October, he went down under and he showed the Aussies what for, beating them twice in their top Group 1 races. So this is a horse who is an autumn performer, essentially, in soft ground at this trip. He's in form and he's value, with one firm only standing out. 10 to 1 each way, Bet Victor. 10 to 1 with Bet Victor each way, Addeybb. The rest of them are all 8s and 9. But even more significantly, when John McConnell has booked Richard Johnson to ride for him, remarkably, 9 times from 17 mounts Johnson has won, and that's a 53% strike rate. So clearly John McConnell calls on Richard Johnson to ride his horses in Britain when he thinks he has a really serious chance, and I think the tip should be taken. There are loads of old favourites in this race, some of them up to 14 years old, but the horse I'm going to tip you here is one that I've got a very soft spot for. His name is See You at Midnight. He's trained by our man Sandy Thompson, who sent out Yorkhill to win at huge odds for us in the rehearsal chase, and once again Ryan Mania is expected to ride. I think my old pal See You at Midnight for Sandy Thompson and Ryan Mania is set to run a very big race at Sandown on Saturday at 3 o'clock in that tremendous Veterans Chase.